Is Battlefield RedSec a failure? Everyone has strong opinions about it, including us, and I think you'll be surprised what we have to say. Welcome to Battlefield 1 Podcast, the best Battlefield-related podcast on the planet. My name is Tom, also known as TheLankySoldier. I don't know why I started that by my own name, but hey. I'm joined by my co-host, Ray Edmunds. How you doing, Ray?
AKA Boss Cyanide. Yeah, what's up, motherfuckers?
You haven't used Boss Cyanide for God knows how long.
No, I haven't. I really don't. But hey, we gotta let the world know that once in a while, I still exist on that persona. Even though, Anyway, it is a lovely, lovely, lovely Saturday here. We are happy to be sitting down and putting this production together for you, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, like Tom just said, we're talking about RedSec today, not RedSec. RedSec. RedSec.
Yeah. Anyway, so do we still like it? Is it still fun? Do we agree with the people shitting on it? We'll talk about that. So enjoy the conversations, everyone.
But then when you've got Angel screaming, "Angel does it again," and
that was something, right?
That was something.
I'm sorry, you canceled the support for the game a month ago.
Why would they even host a trade?
I don't know.
And I sit down and he picks up one donut and eats it. So you want to QA games?
When the rubber meets the road, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, I don't like seeing Mario get his skull smashed."
Oh, I would love to see
that. It doesn't work.
I would love to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so first and foremost, of course, I want to thank everyone listening, joining in. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you for choosing us to be part of your daily life. Not daily, more like weekly, So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for listening to our conversations and everything. Of course, thank you our patrons, patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. Because without our patron, this will be nothing. Thank you to our supporters. Thank you for everyone that's actually watching us live. Recording this on 10th of January. No Season 2 news, which is not surprising, but at the same time kind of surprising. But we'll talk about that in a moment.
I don't want to say surprising, it's kind of concerning.
After all this intro thing, we can talk about it quickly. So, yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. Patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. Your support is very appreciative, and we love it. Thank you so much. Also, before we do any of that, we talk about Battlefield and all that kind of stuff. I just want to say, hey guys, I just learned that we have 200+ followers on Apple Podcasts, which is great for a small podcast like us. That's fantastic. Problem is, why the hell we only have 4 reviews on Apple Podcasts? So, please, people, I beg you, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts on a regular basis, please leave a review. 4-star, 5 stars.
I mean, we joke about it, but the algorithm really does require engagement. So, the more you guys review and you engage, the more we can help organically grow on that platform. I mean, we're doing very well on Spotify, which is amazing. It's awesome. I'm proud of that fact.
We do 50-50.
Find out that we
do 50-50 on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, which is great. But guys, on Apple Podcasts, this is the biggest one. Leave a rating on Apple Podcasts, please. If you're listening on that platform, please leave a rating. You don't have to
You don't even really have to type anything. Just
leave a star. Star review. Just do that, please. Come on. There's only 4 reviews and 200 of you. Come on, people. Not cool.
Please.
That's not cool. Come on, people. Please leave some
But that
rating.
being said, we do appreciate you guys, those that are on Apple Play, for your support. And but yeah, definitely please, leave a rating. Engage just a little bit. We're not asking for to be writing out a thesis every episode we do, but just a little bit of engagement helps us in the long run. So definitely, please hit them buttons, people.
Yeah, hit them buttons. Okay, so that's that. Some quick announcement, I guess. Just a quick announcement. So we're trying to promote the podcast a bit more, with shorts, with the clips and all that kind of stuff, posting on the main channel, which YouTube is not pushing whatsoever, but it's pushing everywhere else. And so I decided, you know what? I understand not all of you have the time to listen to the whole episode, which I do notice that. People listen to the particular topic and just move on, which is fair, that's fine. That's why the podcast is there. So I created a new podcast channel called Battlefield 1 the intel. So it's a clips channel basically. So Battlefield 1, the intel, or just type Battlefield 1 on Spotify or iTunes, or not iTunes, Apple Podcasts, wherever, any platform you're listening. Actually, it's only 3 platforms right now because I'm still trying to figure out the other ones. So it's Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. So if you don't want to listen to the whole, podcast and just find the topic you want to listen, follow that channel and just listen to the specific topics that we post. So far, there's 3 episodes there, which is from the last episode. And it's basically just going to be like a clips channel, basically. So if you want to listen to a particular topic, listen to that. It's fine. Like, it's there for a reason. And yeah, so Battlefield 1, the intel. So if you want to listen to something specific, follow that. You should be able to
My man's low-key genius for this. So yeah, if you can't eat the whole meal of the podcast, you've got easily digestible snacks now. It's great.
You get crumbs of it, yeah. Okay, so...
Dietitian approved.
Yeah, moving on to some important stuff. Okay, so Season 2, of course, is not announced. Like I said, this has been recorded on the 10th of January, live streamed on our Patreon. And I'm not surprised we did not get any Season 2 news, because technically there's still more than a week to go. So when you're going to be listening to this on Tuesday, if you listen to this public feeds on the 13th of January, Monday or Tuesday, by then, maybe there will be some news about Season 2, because the Season 2 is supposed to come out on the 20th. So a week before the release, it kind of makes sense. That's where the promotion starts with seasons. It happens with every game, happens with, any live service. A week before the release, that's usually where the marketing begins. So people are really surprised that, is Season 2 not happening? If nothing is being released a week before, or at least 3-4 days before the season 2, then yes, okay, it's delayed. Then it's officially delayed. But if it's like
not only that, I feel like they're trying to play this a little bit in a smart way and not play their hand entirely.
Yeah,
out of the get go, because I mean they have to leave something. They have to leave something ambiguous enough for us in order to want to investigate and look into the season and actually play it. So if they show their hand, like let's say hypothetically, Tuesday or Wednesday, they throw a trailer out and it starts showcasing, and it showcases all the maps and all the new guns and all the things, everybody's going to get a pretty good idea right then and there whether they're actually going to want to participate or not. So in a way, they really shouldn't show their full hand. Now, I know that's kind of concerning, and it's even concerning for me in order to say, because knowing full well that, let's be real, Season 1's quality wasn't... I mean, we really don't have a basis of comparison in order to say this anyway, but at the same time, we kind of can, because Season 1 really was just kind of meh. I mean, it was... When it first came, when we first got the passes and everything first started going, it was like, yeah, cool, all this stuff, and... all these tracks and all this shit, and it's some stuff was great and good, but at the same time, can anybody really sit here and honestly say that, yeah, Season 1 was all that it could be? So that would explain another reason why they really shouldn't or wouldn't show their hand with Season 2. I have an odd feeling, and I really hope above all hopes that this is the case, that they have, they've kind of changed gears a little bit. That they've taken some lessons from Season 1. They've listened to us when it comes to what we do and what we don't want, what for challenges are acceptable and all this other stuff, and they actually apply it. If they don't, then I mean that's going to be pretty much a gunshot to the foot on them, because it's going to be the community's we'll sit here and say it too. Oh wow, Battlefield 6 Season 2, fucking rinse and repeat. And I'm afraid that that's what it's going to be. I don't want it to be that, but
we'll see.
I
don't want to.
We'll see.
I don't want to stay too much on this topic, just because stuff happening.
We don't know much.
But I'm just saying I did say last episode, I have a feeling it will be delayed, because I'm getting that impression it will be delayed.
Yeah.
But if nothing's happening next week, so this week when you're listening, then yeah, it's delayed. If it's nothing by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then yeah, I think it's safe to say it's delayed.
At the latest, if we don't see anything come Wednesday, I would start getting slightly concerned. But that could also mean that they might just shadow drop it over the weekend. Because, okay,
Nah.
if they're going to start the new... But again, I doubt it. I have my doubts. It
Nah,
would
happening,
not...
yeah.
And it wouldn't be very good for them to just up and go, oh, surprise, bitches, here's the trailer, here's everything. We haven't talked about it. And,
Not happening.
I don't think that would work out well
Yeah.
for them either.
And okay, so just to end the conversation on this quickly. So, like I already mentioned, the Clips channel, Battlefield won the Intel. So I was making thumbnails, and we were talking about last episode. We were talking about season 2. I was like, oh yeah, season 2 is probably gonna be delayed. That's the impression I'm getting. And I was making a thumbnail, and I was thinking, okay, let me make a thumbnail. Let me take a soldier from some video game, which I took from Medal of Honor Warfighter, because it was like, oh, whatever, soldier. Generic modern military soldier. Will do. And I was like thinking, what kind of background? So I put propaganda in the background from Battlefield 4. I think it was like art, concept art for propaganda. And I changed the colors to like some alike, green and yellow, right? Because that's the impression I'm getting they're gonna be doing for the next season. I don't know how I came up with that, but I'm just like, the color scheme is gonna be like green, some sort of green. I don't know why. Just like it just made sense in my head, because like that's what Call of Duty does, and that's what I imagine Battlefield would do. Like, a different scheme every day, so like every season, and green this time around kind of made sense. And then, lo and behold, some people went to their files, and the next color scheme for season 2 is actually green. So this is why this podcast is amazing. So this is why you listen to Battlefield 1 podcast, because I know my shit. I just knew it. I just knew it.
Takes a shot in the dark and hits right in the forehead.
But it's not even that. It's like, it's kind of predictable. I don't know how. It's just like, it kind of made sense in my head, and it's just like, and next thing you know, yeah, it's green. So like,
well, think about it. What's the color scheme for season 1? Red and black. Okay. Well, what else coincided with the release
mostly.
of this? RedSec. So
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
It made sense, yeah.
Cool.
The way, okay, do you know how do you know how I connected the dots, Liz? Okay, because I remember there was a leak about propaganda, right? And it said, it didn't say it was some, I think it was temporal leaked it. It did not say it's gonna be like winter-like. It said like more like an Eastern Bloc type of like country, like Bulgaria. I think it was Bulgaria or some shit, right? So the map is based in Bulgaria, right? And for some reason, like, okay, if I was a developer, do I want to remake the same snowy map in Bulgaria? No, I would do something more green, right? Like in the middle of summer or spring or something like that, right? So, and Bulgaria, like, it's a greenish country, so I'm like, it kind of makes sense for the visuals and everything. So I'm like, yeah, let's make it green, right? And then for RedSec, we can do like, I don't know, some green gas or some shit, right? Because season 2, we need some updates for season 2. So it kind of that's how I connected the dots, and then suddenly, yeah, the season 2 color scheme is actually green. So like, okay, yeah,
well played.
Yeah,
well
man
played.
knows his shit. All right, man knows his shit. All right, moving on. Let's talk about RedSec. Okay, so RedSec. RedSecs, in this case. How are you feeling about RedSecs? Do you still like it? Do you still hate it? What's your opinion about RedSecs after God knows how many games we played?
I mean,
how you feel about it?
I'm not... It kind of sucks to say this. I don't go out of my way to play it. But, I mean, if you're like, hey, bro, you want to hop on and do a couple of runs? Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm cool with it. But it's not like, it's not one of those game modes where if I'm sitting solo, I'm like, oh, I'll go play with some randoms. Because I'm the type of person that hates playing these type of games with randoms. Mostly
don't get me started. Don't get me started.
And don't get me wrong, and I understand part of the problem with playing with randoms is mostly communication. So that's why things like maybe proximity chat and some of these other things, these other quality of life features that are present as standard in battle royale games. Why we don't have some of those quality of life standards in RedSec is beyond me. We kind of need proximity chats and stuff like that. And I know somewhere out there some poor EA moderator or some poor sap is going, well, oh my God, we're going to have to moderate this now because we're going to have some people say some naughty words and some people are going to be upset about it. And boy, and I really hope the reason why we don't have proximity chat right now is just that they just don't want to deal with that shit. And I get it, especially with the whole Roblox thing and everything else that's going on in this day and age, in this digital fucking hellscape that we all have to share with AI chatbots and fucking Hatsune Miku desktop holograms.
Hey. Don't insult my Hatsune Miku. Don't insult my Hatsune Miku. No, I'm just kidding.
In a way, like, if that were the argument, I mean, I would get it. It would suck, but I would understand why they came to that decision. But at the same time, it's a quality of life feature that just doesn't. It takes so much away from the fucking game. I mean, imagine being able to just be like that locked in as a squad, and you're radio silent. You're listening for people, you know. If your drone would have like a directional, like the recon drone having like a slight directional microphone on it too, so that you could pick up, like, that'd be fucking great.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so I don't want to jump the gun, but just in general, how you feel about RedSec? Like, do you think it's still a good
It's
mode?
very meh. It's
Okay.
good, but it's still meh right now. It's like
lacking in some-
unseasoned baked turkey.
Yeah.
It's edible, it's good, but it's not fucking rotisserie style turkey. We could have rotisserie style turkey right now. I want rotisserie. Can we the plain Jane shit, it's old, it's boring, it's bland, it's blah. It's unsalted food, to put it bluntly. That's how I kind of look at RedSec right now. It's just it's unseasoned. It really needed to go back in the fucking oven. Cue the Gordon Ramsay clip.
Yeah. Yeah. It's raw.
It's fucking raw. But it's true. It really
you
is.
know
And I
what?
don't even
Okay,
want to say
so-
that it's raw. It's just unseasoned. You know what I
So-
mean, man? It's like bland pasta.
I feel the same way in a sense. Here's how I feel about RedSecs. How I feel about the se.
How about RedSec?
Nah, sex is fine. So, how I feel about RedSec is that it's good in its own way. It's different from Warzone. It's still a Battlefield type of mode. It's like it has that Battlefield feel to it, which is great, fantastic. Like it clearly a Battlefield Battle Royale. Good. Now people say the name is probably the problem. I agree. Battlefield's never been the greatest franchise when it comes to naming schemes. I do agree that RedSec is kind of dumb name.
Blah.
But that's okay, you know, we can work with that. When it comes to the game mode itself, I like it, but I agree with you. Like I already said, like when the RedSec playtest was happening before the game got released, right? That none of us got to play in the playtest because labs don't know how they pick their players, but whatever. So the playtest of the Battle Royale happened, and I remember I did a full... it was with you. I can't remember what episode was it, but it was with you. I was basically talking about the whole, everything we've seen from the footage, and I discussed my problems and everything, and saying, listen, this looks good, but clearly it's a little bit undercooked, and I have a feeling this might be it, but I hope it's not. Unfortunately, this was it, and yeah, it's very undercooked. It's good.
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
I
go
don't
on.
want to say it's undercooked. That's kind of too far on that side of the scale.
You think?
The way I would say it is, it's like we both eat ramen noodles, right? Okay, it's like a bowl of ramen, a bare basic bowl of ramen right now. Just ramen, just chicken ramen. Now, normally when I make ramen, I like to put hard-boiled eggs in that shit, actual chicken, meat, some seasonings and shit like that in order to kind of spruce it up and make it a better dish. That's kind of what needs to happen with RedSec right now. The bowl of ramen itself is pretty good. It's edible. Granted, it's not a complete meal, but it could be easily with some minor additions, some minor tweaks, some minor changes to the recipe in order to take it from a microwave cup of noodles that has nothing in it to the good cup of noodles that has like vegetables and shit in it. That's basically the way I'm looking at it right now. I don't want to say it's undercooked. I mean, it plays.
It
plays. You
okay,
can shoot,
yeah,
you
sure.
can do the things.
Sure. But I don't know, like my problem was back then that from what I seen back then and from what we played, I think I checked, I have I think I played like over 100 matches of RedSec. So, and I think I got 4 wins or some shit. It's good, but this has loads of problems there that just like clearly they had no time to finish it whatsoever. So I'll talk about the problems later, just because there's so many things that I want to mention. But just general impression of RedSec, like I remember I was saying, like I think that before the game came out or whatever, or maybe after, like I don't remember, before season 1, I just said, do not release the Battle Royale, the RedSec thing, right now. Do not do it now. Do it in March.
Dude, we were saying that since it was announced.
Yeah.
We were saying that they didn't need to put it out
I was saying it before it was even leaked. Well, no. I was saying this do not release this year or last year in this case.
I think the way we wanted it to happen was the chain of events would have been season 1 should have just been base game. That's it. Let the base player base get established, get those sales through, and then season 2 or even 3 would have been the prime opportunity in order to introduce RedSec. And the reason why I say that is because you would have had at least 1, if not 2 seasons of play data to kind of figure out what needed to be tweaked in the game so that when it came time to drop RedSec, you had a pretty good baseline standard to work off of right then and there. A good handful of the problems that we're seeing with RedSec right now is it's them trying to fucking balance out main game and RedSec against each other, and it's like a division of attention.
I will talk about that, but just your impression. I really think they released this thing too soon. Too soon. I said, do not release this with season 1. Do not release this because let the multiplayer shine a little bit. Give more time. Sure, there's not much.
Yeah, give it time to grow. Give it time to.
There's not much content. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's not much content in Battlefield 6 right now, and people saying, "Oh, it's a bit stale" and so on. Like, I get. That's
we get
fine.
that. Yeah,
we get that. But still, I think Battlefield 6 needs a bit more time to shine because that's the same problem that Modern Warfare 2 did back in 2022. Yeah, 22. So when Modern Warfare 2 came out, multiplayer came out, it was basically a reset, right? A reset of the whole Call of Duty, well, not Call of Duty franchise, but it was a reset from the 2019 Call of Duty. So basically, all your shit from Warzone does not transfer because it's a new era, new iteration, and so on. It's a brand new start, right? So their biggest mistake was with Modern Warfare 2018 back in 2019. They gave it a couple of months for the multiplayer to settle and people played fully. Some people did not like the multiplayer, and that's fine. But there was something to look forward to. With this, with Modern Warfare 2, they released multiplayer, and then 2-3 weeks later, they released the new iteration of Warzone, which granted was not that good. No one liked it. I didn't like it. No one liked it, and that's what they're still recovering from a disaster. But it just released at the same time, and I'm like, why? There was so many things that we
just imagine being so anxious to get a free-to-play version out and release it alongside your paid product that you inadvertently just divide your own player base right out of the gate. That right there was just baffling to me. Why would you guys do that? I get RedSec is free-to-play, and I get that probably a good chunk of people who play RedSec religiously are the free-to-play players, and I know what they're trying to do with that. They're doing the same shit they do with mobile game. They're trying to have it so that those free-to-play players just buy something every once in a while because they want to try and equate out to an $80 purchase price. That's understandable. From a business standpoint, that's a logical approach. You want to try and get those free-to-play players to spend that. My argument on that one is if you wanted them in order to spend the $80, what you should have done was have some incentives as far as RedSec goes, besides just skins and cosmetics and stuff, and the ability to, level up your weapons and everything like that. You guys could have played your hand and stated that, hey, everything that happened, all of your gun level ups and everything like that, it all transfers over to RedSec. It's better for you in order to get the base game. If you get the base game and you play RedSec on launch day, we'll give you this and this, and we'll give you some boins or whatever, some kind of carrot on a stick in order to incentivize and kind of push these people over the edge in order to actually buy the base game. Them going the route that they did, I'll put it this way. I kind of looked at it like this too, but the thing is I'm not the biggest fan of Battle Royale, so this kind of take it anyway. Why would I want to spend $80 on a game that I don't plan on playing religiously when I could get the free version and it's basic? It's not the same hamburger, but it kind of is.
Look at this way, Gauntlet.
I don't have to spend any money. Gauntlet's great.
Yeah, Gauntlet is part of RedSec. Yeah,
but it's not going to carry that shit.
Right. So this is the same mistake they did when like also they did like they want to do like a shadow drop. Listen, this is what the mistake happened. Do not shadow drop this shit. Like, listen, people already were so negative about just the have an idea, just the idea that Battlefield needs a battle royale. Battlefield doesn't need a battle royale. Shadow dropping it is not the best way to do it. It's not. At this point, you need some sort of marketing saying, listen, look, this is good, this is great, this is fun, and so on. Like, let the marketing marinate a little bit, right? Shadow dropping is just basically confirms the people's opinion about like, oh, this is shit. I'm like, who fuck this? This should not shadow dropped, and that's one. And two, should released months later, because Battlefield 6, even when RedSec dropped, was still very positive. Still, people still enjoying the game. Still like the aura of a good launch, of a good Battlefield game for once, right? Like that, it was still there. The feeling was still there. There was still time for Battlefield, and releasing RedSec like 2-3 weeks later, after Battlefield 6,
killed that momentum.
It kind of ruined the momentum for multiplayer, and because RedSec is, I know you said it's not undercooked, but I think it's undercooked. Because you released undercooked version of a battle royale, suddenly the whole game is being dragged down too, which is not good. Maybe that's why people get like impression like, oh, they should put resources in the multiplayer. So, no, that's not how it works. Different studios working on this, but it just dragged it down, and that's the problem. But overall, I like RedSec. I think it's a really fun mode. Like even the Gauntlet is fantastic.
Gauntlet is great.
I don't play
but like
Gauntlet.
I said, it's not going to carry that free-to-play game. It's not.
Gauntlet would work.
It's the appetizer. Right.
Gauntlet would work better if there was ranked mode. If there was ranked mode, completely different story. Because suddenly there's like there's complementing the actual competitive nature of Gauntlet, right? If there will be a ranked mode, but there's none, so it's just a fun mode, I guess. But with Battle Royale, it's Battle Royale. Like people say, like, oh, Battle Royales no one plays Battle Royales. No, Battle Royales are still played very much, and people enjoy them. It's just that there's other better Battle Royales in the market. But it's not like it's bad. It's good. RedSec is good, but it's just so many quality of life stuff that is not there, and just makes it more difficult to enjoy it. And like, before we go to the stuff I have a problem with RedSec, like, for example, just the stat page. Why the Battle Royale is combined with the multiplayer stats? You know, I know they track them separately.
Yeah, that alone should be,
like,
that alone is a big problem.
That alone is like, this should be separate. This should be separate.
Well,
Absolutely
I mean, it's the same argument even with, like, let's say the PvE bot stats. Those, if those should be separate as well, in my honest opinion. But the fact that they've once again,
they said they will
allowed the
separate
stats
them. They said they will separate them in season 2. Well,
Right,
maybe
at
not
this
season
point-
2, but they will say they will separate them later.
Here's the thing: at this point right now, it's almost arbitrary. It really almost doesn't fucking matter anymore. Because, like I said, anybody who's going to sit and they're going to grind out bots and they're going to jack their stats up through the roof, it's going to be pretty damned obvious the people that do that. So I still fall back on that same old argument that I threw out the last time when we talked about this shit. Because I used to care about it, now I don't. Just let it happen. Let it. Who fucking cares? Honestly. Now the RedSec stats and the main game stats, I agree, 100%. Those need to be separated. And let it go and be done with it. It's 2 separate games, essentially, so treat it like 2 separate games.
Yeah, they should be treated as separate games, for sure. All right, let's just go to the stuff that I really don't like about it, but first, a different topic quickly. Do you like Patreon, Ray?
I love Patreon!
Why do you like Patreon, Ray?
I like Patreon because it allows audience members and content consumers in order to help financially support their favorite content creators.
And who are the favorite content creators, Ray? Is it us? Please tell me it's us.
Of course, it's us, because you're listening to us right now. We are in your ear holes.
Patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. This way you get all the cool shit, cool episodes, early access, ad-free to our future episodes of Battlefield 1 podcast, and you get some exclusive episodes where we talk about anything that is happening in our lives a show called Live Gaming Gathering, where we talk about anything we feel like it, because we're not bound by some and I have throat problems. So see, this is why promotion is hard. As soon as I talk about Patreon, suddenly my throat is like, oh, so much content, 50 plus episodes, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so
put it in your ear hole and let it fester.
Yeah, long story short, guys, the Patreon helps us, to move this show forward, helps us to, improve it, helps us to pay for some stuff like that we need for the podcasting, all that kind of stuff, like, the software, the equipment, whatever the case may be, right? And every bit of, monetary support helps us. So patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. And like I said, I don't want you to throw money at us just because you like us, which is great that you want to do that, but at the same time I kind of feel that you should be able to get something out of it. You just don't throw money in the ether when people are struggling economically with their lives and everything. No, if you're supporting us, whether it be $2, $5, whatever the case may be, if you're supporting us, you're getting some content back. So, of course, you get early access, you get them ad-free. On Patreon, you don't hear this ad, you don't hear any ads, and you get them early, 2 days early before they publish, get released to the public. So that's that. And of course, like I said, Live Gaming Gathering, exclusive Patreon episode. We talk about anything that's on the line. Like we talk about, video games, movies, AI, of course. What a surprise. I need to bring Andre back on just to ask him where the fuck he is, why he's not playing video games with me, and we bullshit about everything. And they're probably one of the best episodes we ever did on Patreon. So
we discuss life, love, the pursuit of happiness. Bon nuit.
Yeah, and we just talk about everything we feel like. And of course, there's another show called Lanky Uncensored. It's basically me talking in front of the mic, uncensored, unfiltered, everything I feel like it. So if you want to know how my psyche works, how my brain works and everything, listen to those. Brand new show released a couple of months ago, making new episodes as we speak. And just listen to me ramble about something that, hey, if you love my voice, you can always listen to that. And of course, you get the behind the scenes stuff, all that kind of stuff, all that good stuff, So patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. Without your support, this show would not exist. Thank you so much for contributing, to the piggy bank, helping us, all that kind of stuff. Because we're not doing this full time, we're still working adults and everything. So every little bit helps. And if you do support us, and if you just join as a free member, your name will appear there on the podcast, because I showcase all the Patreon supporters at the end of each podcast episode. So if I want your name to be featured, then you probably can say, yeah, I support TheLankySoldier and his podcast. So help us out, boy. Help us out, or her. Sure. We don't
help us out, ladies and gentlemen. We need your money.
Yeah, we don't do genders here. We just do gamers. I don't give a damn what kind of gender you are. If you're a gamer and enjoy Battlefield, that's good enough for me. So yeah, thank you guys for support. Hopefully we're gonna see you on Patreon, and let's continue with the show. All right, moving on with the RedSec thing, RedSecs. So I have a list of problems here that in the notes right now. And I have no idea how to go through them, so I'm just gonna read them out, and we'll choose what one we want to talk about, honestly, because I don't know how to approach this, because the list is so fucking huge. I was just writing them. I was writing these notes as every time something popped into my head, and I'm like, oh wait, this, and this, and this. So if you guys want
listen and hail as we air our list of grievances with the RedSec.
Yep. So I'm just gonna if you guys want
Python.
part 2 of this, if you want part 2 of this, let me know, because it's so meaty, and I don't want to be a 2-3 hour episode just talking about this. And at one point I'll probably, I'm not gonna mention that. Anyway, here's the list. Here's my problems with this RedSec mode. So sometimes plates don't work. Sometimes you die too fast, and I think the plates are bugged. From what people seen and from what I experienced, the plates are actually bugged, so that's not good. Lanky is always, of course, is the best. I'm the best. Like I said, this podcast is the best thing ever, because I said back in the summer of last year, not even summer, I think it was like May maybe, I was going through the leaks, And there was a leak saying like, oh, the drones, you can control some drones and you can drop bombs and everything from drones and I said, this is the most stupidest thing ever. Why is this a thing? Why this is gonna be a problem and so on? And I remember I got shit on people. No, this is Battlefield. This is like the Mav Squad. This is fun. This sounds like really fun. Is it fun? Is it? After playing 2-3 months of this, 2 months, yeah, 2 months, 2 months of RedSec. Is it still fun? No, it's not. It's the most broken shit ever. Remove that shit. So that's that. So yeah, drones need a rebalancing. So, for example, remove the thermals. Remove the thermals, maybe keep the bombs. If you don't remove the thermals, remove the bombs. One way or another. Of course, missions need to be...
Here I sit as the usual recon player, cringing and going, yeah, you're kind of neutering the class a bit. But at the same time, recon is pretty damned OP in RedSec.
It's the most OP class in the game right now, yeah.
It is ridiculously OP. I mean... But that being said, I don't think the solution is neutering a class to balance it out. I think what needs to happen is the other three kind of need to be raised up a bit. I mentioned this when RedSec came out. It kind of looks like they might actually do like subclasses, like we have in base game where you have like assault and then you have breacher and then whatever the other class is, and then you have for recon you have spec ops.
Which each class has only one, yeah.
Right. And right now, each class in RedSec only has one. So what I would think is lean into that a little bit more. Lean into like class lean into class specializations and stuff like that a little bit harder. I'm not saying like go full bore on it right now, but I think what they need to do with season 2 is kind of like bring out a batch of class subclasses that's going to kind of bolster engineer and assault and support, because right now it's not pointless to run those classes, but at the same time it's kind of like what do we need them for? Okay, assault can just take objectives and shit quicker. That's great. It doesn't really balance out against anything else. Support is infinite ammo. Okay, but ammo is so fucking plentiful in RedSec. The only time that niche pops up is if
the whole class balance needs a complete rework, because the classes right now, they kind of make sense, but at the same time they don't. Like, I get why Assault, for example, can do missions and revive fast and all that kind of stuff. That's great. But at the same time, it doesn't really make sense, because it should be like maybe recon or support, depending on the situation. Like, or, the classes, I'm so glad that the classes have like distinct ideas what they want to be and how they work, and they have different mechanics. That's great. But that's clearly not designed well. As in, like, maybe it was like designed really fast, like with limited time, because there's like limited, like it feels like a first draft of the balance of the classes. That's how it feels. Like,
right.
It feels like a first draft, and I'm not. They're like, yeah, so that's need a rebalance. Quickly moving on, artillery strikes. Okay, so there was this one moment I played.
Here we
RedSec.
go. Here we go.
I played RedSec.
Here we
right?
go.
Right, I played RedSec, right? RedSec, right? Me being a really good tank driver, I do get my tank in RedSec, and I play with Sarando, but that's not the point. So I guided him so we can get the tanks. So each of us got a tank. Like, this is like we're talking about like what, 15 players left, maybe. Both of us got a tank. I got like, I don't know, 6-7 kills. Just going to the resupply station, right? Going to the resupply station before the circle closes down. Like, okay, cool. The friendly is coming with me, and he's with me. We both resupplying. So on the minimap, I see nothing. Empty. Quiet. Nada. Okay. And out of nowhere, we just die. Randomly die. Just explode. So we just explode. There was no players shooting us. There was nothing. Nothing. We were chilling on the edge of the circle.
Man goes back and checks the footage and realizes that it wasn't random. It was
the artillery strike from 300 meters or something like that. So when I say artillery strike from 300 meters, this is what happened. I was thinking maybe we stepped on a mine. No, I checked. There's no mines. Maybe someone hit the resupply station and suddenly the tanks explode because reasons. No, there was no rockets, nothing. So I was rewatching the footage in slow-mo, actually slow-mo, and I'm checking. Oh, there's an artillery strike directly hitting me at 90-degree angle.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
90-degree angle. I'm like, how the artillery strike is hitting me at 90-degree angle? I'm like,
it doesn't even make sense, because even if you look at it this way, like, let's say this is the
85 degree maybe, like, yeah.
Like, no, even, I wouldn't even go that extreme. If you think about it, okay? Think about how artillery works. The artillery barrage, guaranteed, it is spawn fired from outside of the map, and it comes in. Now, whether it comes from the exact same position or not on the map, I don't think anybody's figured that out yet. That would probably be something that maybe some of these Mythbuster YouTubers ought to look into, is kind of determine, where does the artillery fire actually come from in order to kind of make this make more sense. Because if it comes from the exact same place on the map, then every time, let's say for instance that the artillery shells are coming in from the north, okay? Every time they're and it's going to be a shallow angle, depending upon how far away from it is, the whole 9 yards. What it should be is, instead of a low arc to fire, to have the artillery come in, like it seems to be what's going on, because there's been some people that have explained that they do come in kind of sideways a bit.
Yeah.
What I think needs to happen, what needs to change is instead of the trajectory being like a low arc, it needs to go to like a higher arc to stop that from happening. Because I figured it out. We figured it in physics exactly what happened. You were in a lower hill position. The artillery strike from 300 meters out. Now, again, this doesn't make any sense why the projectile came in at fucking 90 degrees.
Well, okay, all right. I think
it should have at least
jets,
been at like a fucking 35.
It's the jets. The jets dropped them. That's why. So, okay, what happened? So, on my minimap...
So it wasn't an artillery barrage, it was an airstrike.
I guess. Well, but regardless, it's a 90 degree... What kind of missile goes fucking 90 degrees? Anyway,
Tomahawks.
Sure, whatever. Anyway, on my minimap, there's nothing. No artillery notification.
Yeah,
not
the
on
fact
my
that you
screen.
didn't even get any warning about that is the part that's absolutely wild.
After watching the footage slowly, watching the footage slowly, like I said, the fucking rocket hit me 90-degree angle. I'm like, okay, that makes no fucking sense.
Bro, I would have like that screen up right now on the video just so everybody could just see how absurd this shit was.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would definitely put that up.
I still have it saved. So then I rewatched the footage, and I'm checking. Okay, what happened? I'm looking at the minimap, looking at the map, and right on the edge of the fucking minimap of the corner, in the corner, I see tiny red line. Just a pixel, basically, where the artillery strike was happening. So that was miles away from me, not even close. But because we were next to the bridge on the south of the map, and where artillery happened, or strike, whatever, it was like on a hilly side, on a really high side of that location. So while fighting was happening, it was happening basically on a hill. And the way someone called in an airstrike, it did not hit the enemy players because it was on a hill, and it flew through the fucking hill, just down the hill, and it hit us somehow, just because we were so unlucky in life. Literally, God himself looked at Lanky, spit on his face, kicked him in the balls, and said, "Go fuck yourself." That's
Go back
what happened.
to menu, bitch.
We had no counter. We could not react. There was nothing we could do. And who is the designer to decide, you know what, this should come out at the 60 degree and then switch to 90 degrees. Like, in what fucking universe artillery hits me from a 90 degree angle from a fucking
considering
hill?
the JDAMs on attack jets and stealth jets don't fucking work that way. I have tried to make them work that way. This is the best angle if you think about it. This is like maybe 15 degrees. That's the best you could get out of it. But, like, that bitch coming in at a straight, not 15, like 80, you know what I mean? People who are better at, geometry than I am right now. I'm kind of hungover, brain's not completely brainy.
After doing research...
But it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
if it were a missile, it would have made sense. But those aren't missiles. They're bombs.
If it was, like, I don't know, laser designated missile, something like that, sure, But it wasn't.
Game over, end of story, nothing to bitch about. It
was a fucking airstrike from a jet. And he missed the enemy players.
You can see the parachute on the bitch.
At 90 degrees. How the hell making sense? It doesn't make any fucking sense, game.
Man's crashing. Man is validly crashing out over this shit.
No, because I was so fucking angry. Because I'm like, what
I
the
don't
fuck
blame
killed
you
me?
though.
Yeah,
that sucks. It's like randomly. It's just like random hand of God shit like that too. That kind of make it's chaos. It's fun. It's chaos. That's what Battlefield always has been. But that type of like quote unquote random chaos, that's just more infuriating than it is fun. Because, I mean, I could sit here and laugh at it, but I wasn't involved with it. If I would have been there, I'd be just as fucking pissed right now. Like, we were having a good match, and all of a sudden, just random fucking explosion.
Me and Durando were having a good match, right? Like, listen, get a tank. Come on, we got this. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna fucking win this. Like, we have
random
the tanks.
Fuck you was like, no.
Yeah, and the random fuck you, literally, like, fucking Andrew Wilson comes in, takes a shit on my computer and said, go fuck yourself, go back to the lobby. Like, bruh! Like, I don't understand. Who designed the artillery strike, like the missiles, where airstrikes like this? Like, how?
I'm not even 100% sure. I don't feel like it's 100% like that was intentional. I kind of feel like that was bugged in a bit because, again, there is no way, mathematically speaking, that dropped properly in the first place. There's no fucking way. Like I said, if you've got that picture up and you've shown the audience that picture, like everybody who's looking at that should look at that and go, how? Even if you're not good with physics and ballistics, like anybody should be able to look at that screenshot and go, how the hell was this even possible? Realistically, it's not, unless for some unknown reason that bomb just decided, I'm just going to skate down the hillside, skate down the road, and random player vehicle,
yeah, 85-degree angle or 90-degree. What in the universe? Anyway, so that pissed me off. So that's need a fucking rework. All right, moving on with that because I'm gonna lose my shit again just talking about that nonsense. The missions, for example, they need to be more predictable because the way it works right now, it's too random. It doesn't make sense that one squad can do a tank mission instantly while me and my other random people, brain dead teammates, can't even figure out how to start their third contract. Like, why do one squad can do a tank instantly while I'm still doing the same fucking missions, doing the same green XP weapon attachments or whatever? Like, I'm sorry, what? So the missions need to be more predictable or something, like, because it just...
I hate saying it, but in a way, it almost feels like getting vehicles is too fucking easy. I mean, the jeeps and the helicopters, that's one thing, but... I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with that sentiment. What I think it ought to be is if you want to get a hold of a vehicle, then that should drop on your third contract. It should be, or even let's just say you go 5 contracts and you should get it. It needs tiers. The rewards need to be tiered. Because the other thing that I have a problem with the contracts is it's way too goddamned easy in order to get a hold of airstrikes. I'm like, how many times have you and I ran solos? And we've just had to pop off airstrikes and fucking artillery.
Solos as in duos. Duos as in...
I mean, duos. I mean, how many times have we ran into that where it's like, fuck, well, we've got like 3 airstrikes in front of us and we don't want the enemy in order to have them because that's a smart
So we just
thing
call
to
in
do.
randomly, yeah.
So we just call them in randomly and use it in order to use them as distractions. But the thing is that's kind of stupid. It shouldn't be that easy.
I do agree that there's way too many artillery strikes.
Now the AT drops and stuff like that needs to stay the way that it is, as easy as it is. The ammo drops, the smoke drops, and I mean, even though that fucking call-in smoke is pathetic, that should be...
it's not good. Yeah, it's not good.
That fog that smoke drop needs to be way more dense. I mean, you get a better cloud of smoke out of 2 hand-thrown smoke grenades. That smoke drop should just make an entire city look like a Cypress Hill concert just let out. Right now, it just kind of like, it's pointless to use. Nobody uses them. It's not even good as a distraction. Like the way you should be able to use that smoke screen is like, let's say for instance, because I've had this happen and I've tried to use it this way and it's failed miserably. I'm hanging back and running recon. We had this happen the last time we were playing quads. Actually, I'm hanging back and playing recon, running the drone, checking and seeing where everybody is. I've got everybody's position. Well, all of a sudden, I notice a squad coming on my position. I dump the drone as quick as I could, and I pull up the smoke real quick, and I lay it down on my position. The smoke that was generated there was not enough to even deter people being able to shoot at me. They could still see my ass. That's wrong. That needs to change. I would have been better off just doing the Batman smoke grenade. Oh, wait, recon can't have smoke grenades by default unless you fucking pick them up. And have a better effect. But it's like that pickup really needs to be reworked. It either needs more canisters dropped or the smoke needs to be more dense. It has to have a purpose. Right now, it's just a throwaway item that doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Just finishing with the missions quickly. The headhunter or the bounty mission needs a rework because I don't understand why the attackers get wall hacks. You can fully track your bounty through walls because the game says there he is, go kill him, so on. I'm like,
it does the same shit with vehicles too, and that's wrong.
I
don't like that. I don't like that shit. What it should be is
general area.
You get a general ping. You get a general ping when the mission first starts, and then you get another general ping like after, because it's a 5-minute timer for the mission, right? Yeah, it's 5 minutes.
3 minutes, I think, or 4.
3 minutes.
No,
okay.
It's 5 too long. No, 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, but at least in Warzone, for example,
give you. But anyway.
Yeah, in Warzone, for example, it gives you like a general area. It doesn't fucking mark it on your 3D. It doesn't mark.
Yeah, no, it's not a wall hack spot.
Yeah, it just shows on the minimap. Hey, he's in this area, and that's it. I don't know why it gives me wall hacks, but hey, whatever. UAVs. UAVs. Okay, they kind of work okay, but at the same time, they don't.
Why would I want to take up a slot with another UAV when if I'm running recon, I already technically have an infinite UAV?
Not even that. Why the UAV doesn't spot the enemies on my fucking minimap? Why I have to open a fucking big map, the fucking tech map, and see? Oh, they're there. Why I have to do that?
Yeah, no, that's dumb. There should at least be like arrow indicators on your minimap where they're at. Yeah, There's so many weird decisions with how things are handled. It's just it kind of baffles me. I mean, again, then that falls back on the quality of life stuff that we expect and is standardized in battle royales now. I don't feel like the way I feel the UAV should work is okay, if the players are not talking or communicating, their pings are not going to be as heavily noted on the map, but you should at least get arrow indicators on your mini map where the UAV is getting spots.
Just the dot is fine. Just the dot is fine. Like regular minimap spot. It's just no different. Like why is it not on minimap? Minimap is kind of pointless if you think about it. Other than someone shooting. But actually, wait. You can. You can see red dots when someone's shooting and then suppressed. You can. So anyway, I don't understand. Anyway, just moving on. Okay. Helis kind of need to rebalance. They're like they can't. They in a good hands. Helis are just OP because I saw the top kills, like the just maximum so-called world record of most kills in a game was literally done in a helicopter because the helicopter is just that good. In the right hands, it's unstoppable. Even with you have a good pilot.
No damage.
No damage. Okay, people don't know about that, but even with the AA, it's really difficult. I seen really good pilots just destroy lobbies because good pilot and a good guy with a minigun, you're toast. So that's that.
Well, what is it? Doom likes exploiting the 50 cals on the transports at the beginning of the match.
We do not talk about that person.
I know.
Yeah, we do not talk about that person. I'm sorry, Ray. I'm sorry.
Including
certain person with X in their names. Please don't. we don't talk about that.
But it's still kind of a valid tactic if you think about it. I mean, that's an easy, high caliber weapon in order to get a hold of, and it's a good way in order to dominate the beginning of a match. I mean, I can't deny that much. So I mean, there's ways and means in order to kind of turn the tide, in your favor. I mean, and then there was this whole discussion about thermite. You remember that whole argument that thermite doesn't exist on all classes. It does. They did that intentionally.
Oh my god! People discovered that thermite is actually really abusive against tanks. Holy shit! Which is a good thing, but at the same time, it's not. It's just like
it's not.
Oh boy, yeah. But moving on quick, just to so we kind of finish on time. Bloom is kind of 50-50, honestly. How do you feel about Bloom?
I mean,
I
don't mind it anymore. I think we've kind of gotten ourselves trained to just be used to it, and that's one of the reasons why I made the comment that I made on the last episode, where at a certain point, they're going to have to accept that, and we're all going to have to accept that it is what it is, because I think one of the things that drove a good chunk of players away, and we've seen this in our own community with some players that have made this comment, is they get muscle memory to how things shoot, how things are, and then all of a sudden it's script change, and now things behave wildly different. And I find it infuriating to get used to a gun, to be like, okay, this is how this thing behaves, this is how this shoots, and then all of a sudden, well, now we're going to throw out a bloom fix, and now you got to relearn how to shoot. Stop that shit. Those changes need to be very minimal.
Yeah. People say the bloom is a bit too much in RedSec. I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 because when I pick up my weapon, like from the custom loadout, because the way I built it, it's just like minimum recoil, just 100% accuracy, right? Like if I know how to control the recoil and the bloom and everything, just tap fire, like boy, I'm so fucking accurate. There was this one clip I had with the SCAR, what was it called? The SOAR 556 or some shit like that. The assault rifle, right? Boy, I am beaming 150 meters, like beaming. So if you build the weapon correctly, it's just that bloom is basically non-existent. But I don't know. So that's why I'm like 50-50 about it, because it's just the way the gun is built. So that's the thing. And speaking of custom loadouts and everything, I think the way they drop on the map, way too fucking random. Because sometimes they drop like 3 in one spot of the map, and then sometimes they just drop randomly around the map. And they land in the circle where the fire is still not there, and you can get your custom loaded and everything. So if you don't do missions, custom loadouts drop around the map, like I can't, like 5 minutes into the game, and they just drop randomly, God knows where. That makes no fucking sense.
I get why it's not that it doesn't make sense. I get why they're doing it. It makes perfect sense, even though in some semblances it's stupid. They do it that way because it stops the creation of easily guessable hotspots. And I know for some people that kind of is stupid and it tears a meta out of the game. I get it. I understand. Believe me,
it's unpredictable. That's the problem.
But at the same time, that unpredictability kind of helps keep matches fresh. I mean, let's look at this from the opposite side of the coin, okay? Let's be real with ourselves. We wouldn't be sitting here saying the same thing if every time we played a match of RedSec, it played out the exact same way. Think about the conversations that we have about RedSec. It's very rare that we're saying, hey, this happens all the time. This happens constantly. This happens consistently. And to its credit, that uncertainty and that randomness helps keep RedSec matches fresh. So I get why they're doing it that way. But, like you pointed out, having 3 custom weapons drops clustered up with each other within 20 meters of each other is a thing that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, like they let you on one side of the map, like, okay. Yeah,
just
on one side
pepper
of the
them
map,
a little
like,
bit.
why?
Right.
Yeah, they need
I know they want to make
distance.
you work for it. You should have to work for your custom weapons. I mean, that's like your ultimate loadout right there. You should have to work
the
for
idea
that.
will be if you do missions, you should be able to get your custom loaded one way or another. But sometimes
with
you
our
can't.
nice little tiered system, it should be you get some
It
drops
should be,
that
but
give you
because
some
it's so
basic
random, you
equipment,
don't.
and then
Yeah, it's so random you don't get sometimes, and like it takes ages to get. Like, yeah, listen, you keep them random, of course, but just distribute them equally around the map. That makes fucking sense. For example, in which I really a big fan of that mechanic in Warzone. For example, if you when the loader drops, right, the crate, your loader custom loader crate, whatever, drops, it only drops in the vicinity of you, so in your circle, in your area. So if you're by yourself on this side of the map, you'll get your custom loaded, land in that particular range, right?
Yeah.
It will drop there. That's fine. You'll get it in your area when it drops. But if there's another team next to you, somewhere in that vicinity, that area, 2 loadouts will drop. So both of your loadouts will drop in the same location, which basically indicates, oh, you're not here by yourself. There's another squad here in your area, which I really love the mechanic. Like, if you really know how to play Warzone, and you like, oh, you see 2-3 loadouts, so like, okay, so we have 2-3 squads that we have to fight for that loadout, or we can maybe go around and maybe don't fight them, whatever the case may be.
You can use your powers of observation more easily in order to determine any threats within the area. RedSec doesn't necessarily allow that. I mean, yeah, you can see a
There's
drop
nothing.
and you can
it's
go,
just so random, yeah.
oh, they might go there, but yeah. I see what they're trying to do. I appreciate what they're trying to do. I get it, but in some instances, it just doesn't work the way that it should. It doesn't. It's one. I know one thing that I've kind of noticed. It's kind of really. And I'm not 100% sure on this. It kind of feels like in some instances the mission rewards don't drop where your last objective was. We've seen this happen a couple of times where the fucking rewards drop where you started the contract.
Yes, it's not.
We've had that happen.
Okay. I think it's specific missions, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. But yeah, sometimes it's like, well, you expect to drop in the circle, but it drops right behind you next to the fucking fire. I'm like, bruh.
Why?
Bruh. Yeah. I noticed that, okay, the most general rule is whoever started the contract usually drops on that player. Usually. But sometimes there are moments where it just drops somewhere fucking miles away. I'm like, why? So that's any fucking sense. But yeah, that's the custom loaded thing. I think they can just distribute them a bit better around the map, so that's that. Or just have a fucking tier system that I can actually get my loadout without, worrying too much. Let me work for it, yeah? Okay, so, we talked about the classes a bit unbalanced, and it's like a first draft of classes, so I'm not gonna go back on that. But
no,
I
there's
do
no
say
sense.
Yeah, there's no sense. But I do want maybe, I want classes to be restricted. So I want, if you're playing quads, or actually, it doesn't matter which mode you're playing, I want the classes to be restricted, 1 each. Because right now the meta is 2 or 3 recons in a squad, and that's basically the meta, which is so dumb. Restrict the classes.
It's wrong.
I think the classes should be restricted to, like, okay, if we're ever gonna get ranked mode in RedSec, if we're ever gonna get that, restrict those classes there. And keep it in pubs as whatever, open class. But I really think that they should restrict the classes. Listen, if someone picked Recon, tough shit, pick a different class. Tough shit, pick a different class. I think that's how it should be. I think the classes should be restricted, 1 class per player.
I think the other thing that they can do, right now too is, because we've kind of noticed this in some instances, the weapon specialties. I think they ought to be in RedSec. At least. I think those need to be, to kind of help bolster your idea on this, I think those need to be tuned.
What do you mean weapon specialties?
Let's say, support carrying LMGs.
Oh, that's the thing.
Stuff like that. I think those specialties, those weapon specialties, I think they need to lean into those a little bit harder too, because it shouldn't
like
be...
with the bigger stats, bigger rewards, bigger advantages.
You get more accuracy out of it. Okay, so that, a recon can't run around with a bolt action and a fucking LMG and dominate in some cases, because, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can't as a support player pick up a sniper rifle and be just as accurate with it as a recon would, but at the same time, and I know some people out there are like, well, gun's a gun, and I get it. I'm a gun owner. I've shot guns before.
I'm gonna go on gun as a gun, yeah.
I get it, but at the same time, this isn't Milsim. This is a game, and there has to be some concessions for balance. And I think that's one thing that they've implemented, I'm not saying they've implemented it well, but they probably should maybe look at that and tweak that a little bit in order to kind of give an incentive, in order to have a broader range of classes in a squad versus, okay, well, we can just run with 3 recons and the support. Everyone's got infinite ammo now, and you can run damn near whatever the hell you want and get away with it and dominate. It shouldn't be that way. It should just be that if you want to run recon, then bolt action is probably going to be your best friend. It should always be your best friend. If you want to run assault, then, same thing with assault rifles, etc., etc. It should be that the shooting should also play into it as well, and not just classes. And I think that would kind of help balance out, who picks what class. Because again, you can dominate with recon easily.
Yeah, I don't want to restrict too much because it's gonna force people to play the specific way and so on. I kind of
right, and we don't want that. We don't need that.
Yeah, I kind of want a bit of openness so people can actually play with the play style they have, right? And don't be restricted by artificial some sort of thing.
Maybe for comp you get a little bit more restrictive and a little bit more leaned into it. I mean, that would make a little bit more sense. But just regular pub matches, let's not completely punish the player, but at the same time, let's kind of maybe look into some incentives as far as balancing classes out, because it needs it badly.
Okay, just moving on. Plating. Oh my god, plating needs to be fucking faster. It actually needs to be faster. Ray, have you seen the light? Thank you. I said this back in freaking.
Hold on. Let me just gently rip my vest open and slowly and carefully shove this plate of armor in. Because if I do it any faster, I might break it.
Come on, guys.
Plating needs to be faster because
urgency.
I said this. When the Battlefield Labs playtest happened, the first thing I said on that episode, as soon as it got leaked, all the gameplay and everything, I said it. It's too fucking slow. And I remember you said to me, how fast do you want to be? Fast enough so I can actually react to the situation around me. And
done.
Literally, I'm so glad you've seen the light, Ray. I'm so glad. And I was glad that everyone on the subreddit or wherever, don't care where.
How many fucking times have you and I had a match just end abruptly because one of us can't get a goddamn plate in quick enough? It's bullshit.
Thank you.
I'm not asking for lightning fast fucking reflexes here, but I'm having this problem. This is a big problem I have in video games in general, okay? You're in a fucking firefight. You're in a war zone. You're getting shot at. You're not going to be like, oh, heedly-deedly-do, let me just do this carefully, and fiddlesticks, go about my day. Oh, the magazine, just gingerly pop that in. No, fuck no. And Konami, fuck you too for doing this dumb shit with Silent Hills. I got a goddamn grotesque-ass monster in front of me. I'm not gonna be, I hate that shit. Sense of urgency in animations, sense of urgency in gameplay. For God's sakes, can we fucking do this? Can we please? I mean, I'm not asking for a major speed buff to plating if I'm getting shot at, but in a way, it kind of needs that. If you're not getting shot at, you're putting a plate in, okay, I'm fine with the casual animation. But if I'm in a firefight and I need to get a goddamn plate in real quick, then my character should speed that animation up even by a couple of seconds to give the player that sense of fucking urgency.
So, we all agree that the plating needs to be fucking fast. And I'm so glad that I am being proven right yet again.
It's too much of a timed thing and not a reflex like it should be. It's bullshit.
Exactly. So, all right. So the assault. Okay. So when you level up your character, the tier level shit, whatever they called, the tactical. I don't know what they called. Your training, whatever, while playing a class, right? I think you get faster replay at level 1 with assault. So that speed should be the default
across the
bare
board.
Minimum across the board, all classes. Now, I don't know if you should speed up the plating for assault with that too, because it's assault. Maybe, you know what? Maybe remove that entirely. Make that as a default thing because realistically, these are professional soldiers. We're playing as professional soldiers. You can all make them replay faster. remove that skill tree, whatever, into something else. That makes sense for a soul class.
How about this? And we have, and I know this is probably going to be a little bit extra, but this kind of might make sense and balance everything out. Instead of you have just class specialties and just class XP specialties that rank up throughout the course of the match when you do like your missions and stuff like that. How about instead of just one class specialty bar, we have a class specialty and a soldier specialty. And when I say soldier specialty, you rank up XP in order to get things like faster replating, faster reloading, some things that would add to the sense of urgency that as the battle goes on, the soldier is reacting to it to kind of make things flow a little bit faster in endgame. So, okay, by the end of the match, I mean, I'm not saying lightning fast replating, but the plating should be faster because your gunfights are more frantic towards the end of the match. And you should be reacting faster to that franticness. So what I propose is 2 bars, one for the class and one for the soldier itself. So as the match progresses, you're getting better, you're training better in air quotes, and it's reflecting in the gameplay. I think that would be the best balance.
It's not a bad idea, actually. It's kind of maybe difficult to explain it in UI, but I think you can work with that. But I think you can. But yeah, like the plating, my god, there's so many situations when I'm playing with randos, right? There's bigger chance that my rando is gonna quit in the first minute before, I even finish a mission or whatever. So there's a bigger chance that I'll play against 1 versus 2, me by myself against 2 players. Listen, I believe I'm good enough to do that, and it happened multiple times. I'm good enough, but as soon as I'm gonna play against good, decent players, boy, I am getting cooked. Because listen, I down 1 player. Okay, I down plate. All right, quickly reposition, quickly trying to replate. No, I can't because it takes fucking ages to put a fucking plate. And of course, the other player's like, oh yeah, he's replating. Come on, push her in his ass. And,
it's
and
bullshit.
I can't.
You can't react to situations fast enough. And
it's too fucking slow. Yeah.
Right. It is.
I can't find multiple players because of this plating. It's too slow. I can't. It's not a skill gap. Like, I seen some comments about from certain person I see on Twitter. He's very popular with his technical stuff, but when it comes to gameplay stuff, my God, he should be quiet. I'm sorry. I don't know if he's rage baiting or whatever, but I'm like, oh, should introduce skill gap. It should add stamina and all that kind of stuff. No, shut the fuck up.
God,
please stop.
No.
Please stop. So this is one of those things. Some people say, well, it's a skill gap. You should know when you're replaying. It's not a skill gap if the game is artificially putting me in a disadvantage because I'm 1 versus 2. It's not my fucking fault.
Explain to me. No. Explain to me where this mythical skill gap issue is when I've literally downed an opponent. I'm backing down and into cover, trying to reload and replate, which is within gunfighting skills, and because my character wants to act like we're out on a fucking Sunday shooting range to change magazines and change plates out, how is that a fucking skill problem? How is that a problem? Is it a skill problem if I'm outnumbered in a gunfight 2-1? Is that a skill problem? No, that's not a fucking skill problem. That's just a situation not in your favor. And to have replating and reloading be so fucking slow, that's not skill. That's just getting caught in a bad situation no matter what you fucking do, and you have no way to get out of it. And that's bullshit. Just like in the main game, like we've always had these comments about movement and shit. I don't want to be able to move faster. I just want to be able to fucking react faster. I want to be able to slide into cover a little bit faster to have, extended life in a spawn. I
don't want delays in my movement. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you're caught in a bad situation, your odds of getting out of it are minimal. And skill is not the fucking problem. It is the fact that the game does not let you react faster. I can react to situations very quickly. I have gameplay footage to fucking show it. But there are some times where it's literally one of those, I should be shoving a magazine in to peek cover and not, oh, is this where this goes? Oh,
Exactly. Like, listen, like
I'm literally like examining my
sense.
rifle, where to put the magazine in, and getting shot. That's not a fucking skill issue. That is the game crippling me.
This is the same thing as like aim assist in Call of Duty, given the less skillful players the ability to kill the better player. Like, it has nothing to do with skill. Listen, I understand they have to be there in some shape or form. I get that.
If the game is holding your fucking hand, where's the skill?
Yeah, if the game is literally punishing me for being good at the game and gives the shitty player a bigger chance to win the game because the game says, well, you're too good, you have to be slower. But bro, it's
Where
nonsense.
is this skill
Absolute
gap?
nonsense.
Where is it?
There's no
I'm
skill
not
gap
fucking
whatsoever.
seeing it. It's not.
Like, so that's what pisses me off with RedSec majority of the time. That's why I kind of start to play Assault more often, because I'm just like landing, do the mission quickly, level up to level 1, then I can fight. But sure, it's not the fastest thing, but damn god, it helps me so much, because I can replay faster. That means I can take on multiple people at once, and it's nothing to do with, oh, I am a very aggressive player. No, it's just more because it's a battle royale. You play with teammates. Sometimes teammates are not providing. So like, okay, I need to fight for myself. I need to survive, and I can't be fucking running away all the fucking time.
And there it is,
from a
right
fight.
there. There's the word: survive, survival. Okay, and I'll ask our listeners out there, anybody who served in the military, do you guys just casually, kind of, just slowly push yourselves up to stand up, to get to a prone position, to get to a crouch position from a full prone?
Oh well,
you guys,
I'm back.
Do we just? I gotta slowly get up. I might throw my back out. Ooh,
yeah, my back.
Marines don't do that shit. I have seen Marines go from a laying position to a crouched position like in a snap of a fucking finger. Why can't we have this shit in video games? Again, I'm not asking for lightning movement, but I'm asking for movement that's a little bit more realistic.
What's the word?
Responsive and realistic.
Responsiveness. Yeah, the snappy. Like that. Every button you do has a meaning. And it's not just like when you press to shoot or press to crouch, you fucking crouch, you know? You do this, like, I'm not saying you should be fast as fuck. You should not be like,
no, we don't want
speeding
Titanfall.
like it's Titanfall. Yeah, we don't want Titanfall or Call of Duty. I get that. But you can still do like that your character feels responsive to your actions. That's
what
the
it
thing.
feels
There's
like?
a difference between speed and responsiveness.
In some instances, and I've seen this in footage, because I check my footage over. I record all the time when I'm playing. I check it over because I want to know, okay, exactly what happened. You know, and I've pulled bugs out from doing this shit, where the audio just doesn't fucking play when somebody's shooting at me. I don't get the suppression notification. I just instantly die. How is that a fucking skill problem? That's not a skill problem. That's the game just not. It's not giving me the feedback that I need. It's not letting me react to a situation. I've got multiple deaths there I've explained where I've seen that.
All right, just to like we're going to the end of the podcast. I'm just gonna mention. So we both agree. Plating is too fucking slow. And just to go in on audio is in a better state, but it needs
more improvement.
A bit more tuning and everything, because it's still not perfect.
No, the mixing is still wrong in some instances. It's still there's still some sound effects
vehicles
that
are
get completely
too slow
cut off.
and,
Sorry,
not slow. Too low in terms of audio. Tanks are quiet still. It's
But to finish what I was saying, does anybody else kind of feel like your character isn't really a trained soldier as much as just somebody cosplaying as a trained soldier? Because with some of the movements, some of the reactions, the way the player character reacts to stuff, it doesn't scream trained soldier to me. It just screams like paintball match. And I hate it.
It gives me the stupid milsim game vibes sometimes, in a bad way. It's like when you play a milsim game, it's like, oh yeah, it has to be realistic, so it has shitty animation, because developers had no time to like. Well, it just gives me that stupid jank, right? The milsim jank. I don't want the milsim jank, If I want a milsim jank, I play armor, or whatever. Like, it gives me that impression, and I hate that impression.
If I'm getting shot at, I want my character to react and move like I'm actually getting fucking shot at. Not like, oh, fiddlesticks, I've got bullets flying over my head. Let me just casually pop this belt on, and I might break it. That's how it feels. It feels like Like when it comes to reloading and stuff, like it feels like your your character is just afraid they're gonna break the fucking gun if you reload it any faster. Like my plate carrier is just gonna rip off my chest if I shove that plate in just a little bit fucking faster. Like it's just so mind-numbingly stupid. Oh, I might break my ankle if I fucking move back into cover too quickly. It doesn't feel like that. And I think that is one major thing that everybody who plays this game can agree highly, definitely, desperately needs to be addressed. And quickly. Because it's one thing in multiplayer, when it happens, it sticks out. But when it happens in RedSec, holy God, is it just fucking infuriating. And they've got to get that shit evened out big time.
Yep. So I'm just glad everyone's seen the light. I said it. Yeah, again. Lanky is the god that everyone should listen to when it comes to Battlefield. Anyway, okay, so moving on. All right, let me just quickly mention this. Okay, just give it 10 minutes. And redeploy stations have to be able to be repaired by engineers, or they have to respawn. Because in the end game, there's none, and it's annoying. And it's annoying when enemy players use their redeploy station and you can't use it. That's just dumb. So improve that, please. More flinching for snipers. Snipers have no flinch whatsoever, and sniping is the meta. So
suppression doesn't do a damn thing.
Oh no, it's just visual. It's fuck that shit. So add more flinch to snipers. That needs to be a thing. All right, what else? Okay, we mentioned the audio. Oh, the pinging. Pinging needs to be improved because pinging right now it's fucking garbage. Especially when you're dead. You can't ping when you're dead. That's stupid. Why?
When you're
dead, you should be able to ping.
When you're downed, not dead. Downed.
You can't
downed.
wait. No.
When you're downed waiting for a revive, you should be able to ping, and your squad mates should be able to see it. I'm sorry, kids. I'm sorry, everybody, for saying that. No, when you're dead, because when you're dead, you can't do anything. If you're dead, you should be in spawn menu.
We should be able to do. When you're dead, you should be able to mark. In my opinion.
Hey, these are the guys that shot me. Here's where they come. It shouldn't just be verbal cues. I should be like. I have figured out a way in order to kind of even communicate with randoms in order to kind of let them know that, and it should be this way, that if I'm throwing a green flag on my body, that should be my way of telling my squad mates non-verbally, hey, you're clear, come revive me. If I'm throwing down red pins all the time at my position, that should be a way for me in order to indicate to my squad mates, don't come get me, these guys are coming. And in that instance, I usually just slit my own throat and call it good and just end myself to avoid from, somebody coming up and meleeing me and giving away y'all's positions. I have done that multiple fucking times. I continue to do it. I will always do that because if I'll go sit in the respawn menu if it means that I'm not giving away the other three players' positions or I'm not giving away your position if we're playing duos. I've done it. It's viable. You have to do it sometimes. But I should be able to, while you and I, even in duos, while you and I are in voice chat together, I should be able to go, this is where they were when they shot me. Here's the red pin. This is me letting you know visually what the fuck is going on where, and you should be able to see that. Just like I've made the comment multiple times about pinging in base multiplayer. The whole damn team needs to see danger pins. The whole damn team. Green relay.
I'm not sure about multiplayer because it can get a bit spammy.
I understand that, but at the same time, we've proven it time and again in any match, whether it is public or set up. Communication is king, and the team that can communicate the best is usually going to be the team that's going to win. And right now, with danger pins alone only being visible to fellow squad mates, I'm sorry, you are neutering communication. Rally pins, green pins, keep those inner squad. But danger pins, we either need a way in order to make a danger pin appear so that the entire team can see it, or even just make it like a triple Q. QQQ, the whole team sees it. QQ, it's just my squad.
I have a solution. I do have a solution to avoid the spam. Just keep it on the minimap or on the big map. If everyone can spam, that's in multiplayer. But anyway, going back on RedSec, yeah,
it's still the same argument. Communication is king.
Yeah,
the squad
marking
that
and
communicate
pinging
is
should
going
be
to be the
improved.
squad that's going to do well.
And if I'm dead, I should be able to mark for my teammates, hey, I saw a player on your screen on the right. Something like that. I should mark it. I should not tell it. I should mark it. So let me do that. So that's that. Okay, weapon progression needs to be faster for sure. That's I think we all agree that we talked about in the last episode. We should be faster and everything. And of course, we already talked about proximity chat at the start. And I personally don't need proximity chat. But damn, proximity chat is needed these days. It makes the game more fun because, like, imagine you playing like in the last game, like, yo, dude, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna kill you, or like, something more fun, right?
Thanks for telling me where you're at, asshole.
No, you will not. You will hear them, but they will not tell you what they are. But it's just like the fact that you can talk to your enemy players. It's kind of cool. I like that. It's a really cool mechanic.
I would throw the argument out there that if in proximity chat, if you're within, like, let's say 15 meters, which is enough to encompass the radius of the minimap, and players are talking, I think maybe they should kind of like have a faint spot on the minimap to indicate that, hey, we're hearing something. Even if you don't
agree with you. I will agree
because
with
that
you,
would add a whole nother layer of immersion to the game, where it's like, okay, we're in endgame. It is now time to talk quietly.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Shut the fuck up.
I agree with you. But there's loads of people that do use in-game chat, the VoIP, and if people don't have Discord or whatever, and it's kind of disadvantageous, and also loads of people that, oh my god. So this one guy, I would play random or with the random on duos. My dude just in the lobby before the game starts, just fucking eating loudly. I don't know what he was eating, chips.
Bro,
or
I think I was in that match with you because I remember fucking like, what is this dude doing? Just going to town on a buffet while he's playing?
No, it was some random duos match I played a couple weeks ago, and I have it recorded. And my dude just eating and like, I'm like, dude, stop. So
besides that,
the
other thing is, how many people are gonna just shut off? I mean, it kind of undercuts and not to undercut my own argument about wanting proximity chat. How many? Let's be real here as well. How many people are just very non-social when it comes to that shit, and they're just gonna turn it off and just stick in Discord and not put themselves at that disadvantage?
But
if they're going to do proximity chat, don't have the ability to turn it off. It should just be on by default. But I could also understand why some people wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that. I mean, I wouldn't like a game forcing me to have a live mic. I don't like that. Now in comp, yeah, I think in comp that should definitely be a thing, and it should.
It's actually the other way around. So yeah, give us an option. That's all. Give us an option. I personally don't need it, but I understand why people want it. So I fully agree with that. So that's that. That's a big fucking list, and there's so much more. I'm just like, we
could easily do a two-parter with this. So if you guys are interested in it, by all means, let us know in the comment section. Let us know in our Discord. Let us know wherever you can. I mean, we will definitely we could definitely do a second episode about this and still be completely original.
All right, just to end the podcast, just
to close this out.
Yeah, just to close it down for the last 5-10 minutes. Okay, so Season 2, doesn't matter if it's delayed or not, what kind of changes you would like to see in top 3 changes for you personally for RedSec in Season 2? Doesn't have to be
soldier specializations, like I pointed out. I think that's something that RedSec definitely needs. We need it. Second point would be making sure that, like we pointed out earlier, things like rewards and stuff don't bunch up too much. It shouldn't be that easy. And tiered rewards. You should be getting your loadout at like your 3rd or 4th contract, your vehicle at maybe your 5th. I mean, if we want to go to extremes, if we don't, then go 1, 2, 3 tier. Rule of 3 works for me. And I think those 3 changes alone right there would improve quality of life across the board. The fourth close one would be animations, but I want that addressed in Season 2 across the fucking board, not just RedSec. So that's why that's not on the list as important as that is to me. Sense of urgency and animations and shit like that. But that also ties back into my soldier specialty idea. So I think those 3 things right there alone would be great quality of life improvements. I don't think more vehicles need to be added to RedSec. I don't think we need an attack chopper. I don't think we need the scout chopper. Keep that shit out. The other thing I think would also be great is if they actually took the idea that some of these Portal creators have done, make the fucking Battle Royale map a conquest map. Make it a big-ass conquest map just for shits and giggles. Why? Yeah, but I do think that's something that would help the game out entirely. Because there are sections of that map that are really well designed that would make great conquest maps, or would make a great domination map, or would make a great, it's there. It's a gold mine waiting to be struck. So I would lean into that a little more. And I think that just doing those things, Season 2 would be off to a good start. And that's not even getting into content or anything like that, or maps.
My top three changes that I personally want in Season 2 as bare minimum, as you can see in the notes, are literally stats page separate from multiplayer, including leaderboards for global and friends. That should be bare minimum. Give me a stat page for RedSec. Give me a stat page. I want to compare how I compare myself to the leaderboard in global, and I want to see how I compare against my friends. That's the point of a battle royale. Give me a separate stat page. That is a bare minimum for Season 2, in my eyes. The second thing, solo and trios. Add them. Solos and trios. We have duos and quads right now. Add solos and trios. Add them. Stop fucking around. Trios, you don't have to change anything. Keep everything the same as quads and duos. It's fine. Solos, sure, maybe it needs a bit of changing, a little bit, but you need to.
Sorry to point this out, but you know as well as I do, solos is going to be nothing but recon versus recon until they balance shit. Sorry.
Depends what they. Apparently, the reason they got not released in the Winter Offensive patch in December, because apparently they're doing something different. Like, okay, cool, whatever, that's fine. Solos and trios need to be at Season 2. A lot of people are screaming for that, and I'm screaming for that. I'm sick of playing with fucking brain dead teammates. I'm sorry, I'm sick of it. I can't. My mental capacity is not there anymore. It's just like you're all
I just don't have the patience anymore.
Yeah, there's like majority of the people just are so dumb. I don't understand. How can you play a video game and be this fucking dumb? And then you leave. Like, it's just stop. Anyway, so that's that. And of course the third one is like, it's more like generic request from me, but loads of, I don't really care about content. Just do quality of life stuff. Make the plating faster, improve the sound effects that make, like, they have a purpose. Each sound effect has a purpose. There's like hey, a teammate is down, you get a different sound effect. Someone get revived, it's different sound effect. There's something like an airstrike coming, different sound effect. Whatever the case may be, let me identify what's going on with the sounds. And it's not, like, just good quality life stuff. Let me ping while I'm dead, right? Or let the chest respawn in the end game after, like, a certain amount of time. Like, every 60 seconds, the chests close up and respawn, basically. Like, do all the quality of life stuff. Make the character be a bit more snappy. Whatever the case. Oh my god, the most requested thing, of course. Make the teammates be different color. Why are they all fucking squad in green? No, make it different color. Make it green, make it yellow, make it red. I mean, let me customize it at this point. Like, something, right? Like, just good quality of life stuff, right? Like that. Even the stat page is probably it's part of that, right? Just quality of stuff. Like, just make the game more fun, right? I don't really care about content that much, because sure, you can add content a little bit later, mid-season, whatever, you can keep adding that, that's fine. But when the Season 2 starts, I want the quality of life to be there. Like, I understand they're not gonna do everything at once, I get that, it will take time. But give me something, right? Show me that you have a... Yeah, step by step. Show me that you actually committed to this. And people can start, oh, RedSec is a failure. I don't think it's a failure. I think it's a really good mode, but it just needs loads of quality of life stuff, and then we can start adding content, new maps, or whatever the case may be. It's fun. Just loads of quality stuff. And of course, the netcode, the weapon progression, and maybe one day we can have a ranked mode for RedSec or something like that, right? Maybe. Just, that's my top 3 things. I don't think RedSec is a failure, like people love to say. Yeah, it came out a bit meh, and loads of things is meh, but the foundation is there to be a really good battle royale, And as soon as if I know that they're committed to making this a really good mode, that's fine. I'll continue playing it, as long as I see the vision. If I don't see the vision, I will not care.
And I think the bulk of the community is like that. We just want to see. We just want to see that you're dedicated in order to actually doing the shit that you guys are saying that you're going to do. I mean, we're not doubting that you're not capable of it. It's just a matter of, putting the work in and doing it. Maximum effort, guys. Maximum effort. You guys put in maximum effort, we'll give you maximum effort back. We'll play the shit out of it. It's proven time and again. We've had developers say it to us over the years. Fun comes first. Fun should always come first. And right now, the fun that can be had in this game, it's niche, it's rare, but it's there, and it just needs to be embraced and made better. And I think if they could get that down, things would start improving. Make the game fun. Make it fun so that I want to spend money. Make it fun so that I want to have more content. Make it, learn from your past. That's all we're asking from you guys. And you're capable of it. We know you are. We've got faith in you. So just get her done, as it would be. And I think that being said, that's a great point in order to close this thing out right now. So I'll go ahead and close it out. Why not? So thank you guys very much for your time. Thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed listening to our opinions on RedSec. Again, if you guys want to hear a second part about this, definitely let us know in the comment section. Let us know in the Google survey. That's still a thing that's out there. We definitely still encourage you guys in order to fill that out and do it. Check out our Patreon page if you guys are interested in helping support us financially. We appreciate any support, any level of support that you guys give us, whether you're a free subscriber or not. We wouldn't be in the position we would be without you guys, and we are forever grateful to our audience. We are always trying to improve things, and we hope to continue to do so as things move forward with Battlefield 6. It's a new year, new chances, and we've got hopes. We have reason to have hopes, and let's keep
something
that up.
To be hopeful this year,
forward.
right? something to be hopeful
among things. Yeah.
Something.
So, that being said, you know where to find us. You know how to contact us. You know where we are. Come on, hang out with us on our Discord. Links in the descriptions as far as that goes. That being said, anything you want to add, Tomaszki?
No, that's it. Just, again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting us on Patreon. Patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. Leave reviews, please. If you're listening on any audio platform, leave your reviews. Especially the Apple Podcast people. 200 followers. Come on, people. Do better. Leave a rating, please. Alright, thank you so much. Thank you guys for listening. Listen you guys on the next one. Have a good one and stay alive.
Good night,
That's all.
everybody.